your own. Hey,
Welcome
welcome
back,
back.
Cotter.
Cotter. Oh, we on at that today, huh?
Happy Juneteenth.
Yes. Yay! Happy Juneteenth.
Yay. Let me
Happy
clap. Let me
Father's Day
clap. Let
too.
me
It's
clap.
Father's Day today. We're back.
Wrong button.
Wow.
It's
Oh
Father's
God.
Day, so yeah.
Yes. I just felt a burst of excitement right here in my
Yay.
heart.
Because of Juneteenth or Father's Day?
Both.
Oh. Do you celebrate Father's Day?
Yes. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I guess you celebrate. You
I've
just
never
honor all the
celebrated a Father's
fathers and
Day.
tell them Happy Father's Day and that they're appreciated.
What's a father?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
A lot of people can agree with that. Like, what's a father? But like every show, we like to start off with a motivating moment or motivation moment. Shauna, who or what are you motivating today?
Oh,
Oh, hold up. We forgot to introduce ourselves, didn't
we
we?
are just
We
so
just jumped. We're so
scattered.
excited to be back. It's scatterbrained. So,
Okay.
welcome back. I am Ty Monsieur, innovator and creator of everything I put my mind to.
I'm Shauna Lucas. And that's it. I'm just me, Shauna. Welcome back. Welcome, Shauna Lucas. You gotta say both names.
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah, like Tyler said, we're gonna start with the motivation moment. I guess I get to go first today, and
Yes.
we
Jump
actually
on in.
jump on in. We actually have a guest in the studio, so we're gonna jump right into the show. Our last recording was back in March, y'all, and it was before the April primary election. So a lot has happened between.
So much has gone
Oh my
on.
gosh. But between then and now, but I'll try to stay focused today. And because I'm motivated by Juneteenth. I
Okay.
know I'm motivated.
What about pride?
Pride. Yes, we're gonna get to all of this. I want to just uplift and motivate all of these things, or be motivated by all these things, I should say. And I wanted to think about how what Juneteenth is about, and more specifically how it's been used to teach about like our voting rights and our rights as citizens in a democracy. That people been have used Juneteenth as an opportunity to do that work. Not
That's
just
what
like
it's about.
barbecue and like whatever and say that this is when we were
Have
free or
parades,
whatever. But it's like
corn.
we have all of these newfound rights. That was a part of it. It's like freedom,
Yes.
and like a part of freedom was using it in the right way. So I'll just talk about our electoral politics briefly and why I'm motivated, because last time we were here, we talked about the election before it happened. So now we're months past that. We
We
elected
are.
Cavalier Johnson
Yes, the
as the
right
first.
decision was made.
Yes, he was elected last month. He's only 35. The first Black mayor elected in the history of Milwaukee. I mean, Marvin Pratt, I don't know if he counts. He was like interim, I think, or like
He counts. I think, interims should count. They did their job.
yeah, I guess. I mean,
Not historically, maybe, but
yeah, well, he was elected. Chef
victorically.
Cavalier Johnson was
Is that a
elected
word?
by the people.
Victorically?
Victor- Let's make it one.
Victorically?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So,
No.
what?
Yeah, yeah, there. Factorially.
Factorially. Okay, so Cavalier Johnson, he wasn't the only, Black mayor elected during the April or spring primary cycle. There were other mayors in cities like Boston and Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati also elected mayors of color. Um, and not only was he the first mayor of color, but he was like the first. He's only like the third mayor in since 1960 to be elected. So we've
Mm.
only had like three mayors since 1960. So Milwaukee just like keeps
Wow.
people in place.
So let's hope we keep him in place for a while.
Yeah. So and I want
He
to talk.
does a good job.
Yes, and so thank you for the segue, because what I wanted to talk about is his goal. So he's still new to the job, just elected in April, but his goal is to grow Milwaukee. He wants to grow it from a population of 600,000 to 1 million.
Oh, I don't know why, but okay.
You don't want more people in Milwaukee?
Mm, yeah, mm,
That's more things to do and more money and more development and more.
I don't know if
you
I
know,
want to be in
energy.
Milwaukee for more a million people. It's already too many people. Well, what
Yeah,
side of town? Because if they come to the north side, I'm fine.
he wants them all over the city.
Stay out
Tyler.
to the south side.
Well, he wants them all over. So and the way he wants to attract people is to promote what's happening in Milwaukee. So he's talking about how we have this urban, like the largest urban manufacturing facility in the country, which is Komatsu.
What is
Over
that?
over by Miller Park.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Put
It's the
some knowledge.
crane. It's
Yeah,
the crane, the
right. I
operator.
think they
yeah.
make the cranes or whatever, the bulldozers, or I don't know.
Yeah.
They make some stuff.
Okay.
Like kind of like Caterpillar.
Yep, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that big crane that's in the yard.
in the
Oh,
yard.
okay. I've seen it. I've never known what
by
it was
the
there.
IHOP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's Komatsu. So he wants to boast about that. There's a new 44-story apartment tower that's going to be the largest in the state pretty soon. It's in development.
Wow, that
He's
rent's gonna be
got-
ridiculous.
Is that
Of
on Van
course.
Buren?
Probably
Yeah.
somewhere on the east side, I bet.
Oh.
He's got a bunch of money from the the Federal Rescue Act or whatever to keep employing some city workers, and
Oh,
he's bragging
okay.
that Milwaukee really didn't do so bad in the pandemic. Like we lost less jobs than any other Midwestern city, so we weren't hit as hard as some other parts of the country.
Wow.
And so he is also doing things like pursuing like reckless driving and making sure people are changing the habits,
Child.
and towing cars and doing stuff to try to
What
minimize.
you doing about these Kia boys and their documentaries?
They got documentaries. Wow.
Yeah, it's on YouTube actually.
Mhm.
Oh gosh. Any,
Let's not
whatever.
encourage that.
Let's not.
Child. We don't wanna
Anyway.
drive people to it.
And
We
the
don't
la-
know them.
And the last
don't
time I
know
was
her.
supposed to be here, I saw a hit and run, and that's why I didn't make it.
Oh,
It is
wow.
crazy driving. Yeah.
Yeah, he really is trying to work on that. And so
Kudos to him.
Kudos
Go
to him.
Cavalier.
and I don't know if you noticed, and I know this doesn't have anything to do with Cavalier Johnson, but you had a happy hour the other day, like the
Yes.
first happy hour, and I
Yes.
got down
Let's
to
have a
the
drink.
area
Mhm.
to meet you there with the group. And as I'm walking into the venue, the
Mhm.
Viking cruise boat is like docked at
Yeah.
the river. Did you see the Viking cruise?
The big old boat?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so this is I was talking about this with my family. This is actually kind of a big deal, y'all, that this is happening because first of all, like there's a waiting list, I think, to get on these cruises. Like
Mhm.
people are planning 2 years in advance to do these
Yeah.
cruises right now on
Pay
Lake
it off.
Michigan.
Right.
Okay, so it's like they stop in Chicago. Let's see, what are they? The ports of call are Green Bay, Milwaukee, Chicago, Muskegon, Grand Haven, Holland, Michigan,
This is so
Mackinac
funny.
Island, and Traverse City is where that boat goes in the Great Lakes. They're like cruises where you sleep on the boat,
Mhm.
on the ship, and just like roll around to different ports and get off and like hang out. And, like,
Wow.
I know.
was wondering, like, why is this big boat down here? It was so nice, though. Like, now that's a nice boat.
Yep, it's beautiful.
Wow.
So the tourism industry is about to boom in Milwaukee now.
Oh, that's good.
So I think he's got a good opportunity to do some good shit. In
Well,
Milwaukee.
kudos to Cavalier.
We'll see. Let's
Yeah.
lift him
Cavalier
up,
Johnson.
motivate him.
Give him some motivation. Jill, who or what are you motivating today? What do you have motivating today? You spoke about pride.
Well, I guess I am motivated about a film,
Oh, okay.
Pride
dope.
Month, my school that was featured in the Milwaukee Film Festival and the LGBT film series that explored about, I think, 10 years. The filmmaker worked on this, starting with our students and basically followed their lives for 10 years, pre, post, and post.
Oh,
Um,
I like those kind of documentaries.
yeah.
They're interesting.
So before they got to Alliance, during and after.
No, when they got to Alliance or why they came to Alliance.
Mm.
It's a fluke how this whole thing came about. I was contacted, hey, we want to do a project called the I Am Project. And so this
Oh.
woman, Sasha Cicerelli, oh gosh, I'm going to butcher her last name. Anyway,
Sasha S.
Sasha.
Sicarella.
Yes, Cicarella.
Oh, it's with a C.
Yeah. See, with it's
SIC.
SC. Yeah. So anyway,
Sasha Sick.
so she came. She'd never been to Milwaukee. She showed up at the school. I don't know how it all came down, but the kids just like glommed onto her. And so what she did is we did an art project where the kids learned to love themselves through photography. And she taught them how to take their own photographs and create art based off of that. And then it kind of went to the next step and unfolded. The next thing we know is she is at like 5 of our students' houses doing the bedroom series, not anything, naughty or anything like that. It was more like, what is a teenager's bedroom like?
I promise to God that is so interesting to me because I always wondered that. Like as a teenager, I knew how my bedroom was and what I did, but I always wondered like, what do kids do like in their room? Like when you say go to your room, like what do you do in your room?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was. Remember how strange it was when we started doing Zoom to see people's like
Yes.
rooms and
I
their
know, right?
spaces
where they
and-
work from.
So she
This
was
is
so
like
doing this
different.
before,
pre-Zoom,
right?
yeah.
Yep.
And so I facilitated the part at school, and the kids ended up having a one-night exhibition at the Green Gallery
Mhm.
of their portraits that they did, and it was really, really beautiful. And the film just captures the change of how they feel about
Did you
themselves.
cry when you saw the film?
You know what? I don't cry anymore.
Oh, I don't either. I was just telling somebody that today. Like it takes.
Look at
a
us, I do
lot.
this. I don't cry anymore.
Yeah.
No, actually, I almost cried the other day, but over something stupid. But
Yeah.
no, it was. I'm going to tell you, people that came to see the film sitting next to me, they were bawling.
Oh.
And I brought current students to the film, and they were like weeping, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is what Alliance is about." And are you going to cry?
No.
Okay.
It takes a lot for me to cry. I cry with the weirdest thing.
Okay, me too. So
Like a dog video. I don't even like dogs, so crazy.
I guess the only part that made people cry is out of the 5 or 6 students, 2 of them have passed away during the
Wow.
making of the film.
Mm.
And so that was kind of tugged at the heart.
So this film is called The Milwaukee Project. You said that, right?
I did.
And released in 2021.
Yes. And
Where's it available at?
well, good question. No, it was only a two viewing session.
Mhm.
But right now, I believe, don't quote me. I hope this doesn't get me in trouble, but I think
Tubi.
Netflix or I think they're
Tubi.
trying to shop it to,
It'll be on Tubi coming up December of 2022.
Okay,
I'm
well,
certain.
but
Everything comes out on Tubi.
okay, we'll see. You just
Tubi will buy any movie. I'm just saying. From
well,
the stuff I've seen from the shit I've seen on Tubi.
okay, well, then we're a step above that.
Okay.
No. But so it's amazing because like I said, the film follows 5 students over the course of 5 years, and of course, the parents had to agree. And
Mhm.
there's a part in the film with one of the students, Jamila, who actually passed away unexpectedly a week
Oh,
after high school
no.
graduation.
Oh wow.
Because she didn't have adequate health care.
Oh,
So that the film
wow.
brings up
Wow.
the film brings up poverty, the urban education, poverty,
I'm interested. in seeing this.
LGBT, transgender. One of the students that was part of it is actually 2 of them transitioned from male to female and female to male.
Oh.
During that, and they were at the premiere, and it's really amazing because it goes behind like it. I know I'm kind of jumping around because I'm just so excited to talk
It's
about
okay.
it. But
This is a variety show.
okay, well, so basically, I'm going to get back to Jamila though, real quick. So
Okay.
Jamila she had these long, long eyelashes, and I called her old girl. That was my name for her.
Mhm.
And she was my other me in this strange way. But she had come from another school in MPS, and actually she was very rough around the edges. And her mom, we stood up during a panel during the viewing, and mom's like, I don't know, we sent her to Alliance, rough around the edges, and she came out smooth as a round
Oh.
rock.
Mm.
But she had an incredibly creative mind, and like her own personal flair and these lashes. But it was interesting
How
because
did she pass, if you don't mind me asking?
so this is the deal. She was pregnant and didn't know she was pregnant, and it was like she didn't know because she didn't have health care to find out. And there was like, the baby was in the fallopian tube or something like that, and
Oh.
it burst, and she died in her mom's arms in their house
In pain.
in pain. And so right now at the
Mhm.
Alliance School, we have the Jamila Gates scholarship, which goes to a student who is actually a senior who's graduating, that's going into the healthcare or social field or social work field, because to be a catalyst for change, because she was going to be a nurse.
Mhm.
That was what she wanted to do.
Wow.
And she was a minister too. And
Hmm.
her mother, she and her mother were both ministers, and they had a church. And now her cousin and mother have bought properties, and they're creating housing for women in need.
And in my download, I want us to talk a little bit more about our experience and how we know each other.
Oh,
from
yeah. We'll
Alliance,
get
but,
there. We'll
but
get there.
yeah, and then we'll
I'm
open
just
up
looking
the-
at Tyler here
no.
because he's like, okay.
Mhm.
No, it's an interesting story. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're here, and I'm glad you're sharing that with us. What a wonderful motivation moment. So motivating.
That was
to
a
see
long
that.
motivational moment.
It's okay. Sometimes we need to get that out. And this is our first show back of 2022. So yeah, I'm just motivated by actual Pride Month. For me, it's the start of, I don't know, summer, feeling good. I don't know, I feel good all the time, but it's just like a renaissance, a change.
Mm.
And I'm not saying renaissance because Beyonce's new album is called Renaissance at
She got a
all.
new album.
Child.
Lord. Anyway,
Moving on.
right.
Time for our downloads.
Oh. Wait, is the show almost over?
So, Shauna, you wanted to download how you and Jill actually know each other and why Jill is gracing us with her presence. She is
Okay,
the best
so
teacher in Milwaukee.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not-
2022.
Wait,
You know
I
I gotta-
want to hear that again. Wait, what?
Best teacher in Milwaukee 2022.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good.
Okay, so I'm going to segue into that because I'm not going to go too far off, but let me see. So yeah, we were trying to acknowledge this whole Pride Month thing, and people who listen to us know that we try to take a non-conventional take on what's happening in the city, in our culture or whatever. And I was hoping that with Jill being here and us being like former colleagues and friends and
Business
family
partners.
and business people, business partners, and all that stuff that we've done together in the past, that we can think about a specific angle. And so in particular, how public perception impacts our schools and education. And so I've been reading and fascinated by studies about how Twitter has influenced education policy and how they've been able to measure it.
Okay.
So there's an organization that examined like 1 million tweets from about 190,000 different tweeters from September 2013 to April 2016. And they're able to like understand, they're like can develop metrics to how people actually influence policy through social media. Like you can measure this shit now. It's like real. It's like social science.
They're paying people anything to measure anything these days, child.
And I think about that too, because, now we're in Pride Month. We had a situation this year at my own school where parents were able to express their concern about us offering a LGBT friendly club at our school to anybody under third grade. So there was a group of parents and grandparents who thought that we should not be offering a LGBT awareness group to young students, even though it was optional. Like we should not even have it available.
Why?
And you all know that this is like a thing now that parents are going to school boards and like be raising alarms about critical race theory and about don't say gay, and it's a real thing that's shaping school policy. Not just I don't like my daughter's teacher, she's a bitch. Like no, like
Don't
not getting on
talk about
Twitter. It's
that.
like don't take the books, take them out of the library. Don't let kids access certain things. Don't let teachers say specific words, otherwise they get fined or whatever. There's some like real.
We spoke about this before. I'm like,
Yes.
go ahead, take it away. The kids are going to find a way to get the access to the information that they want to know about. And if you make it taboo, it's going to be the next big thing like drugs.
Yes. But there are real consequences right now. And so, and the story, that way it unfolded in my school district is that, parents just banded together and they started signing a petition. So they used their political power to say like, no, this is what we want. We have transgender students that are young, and
It's so different now.
So right, it's so different now. So I was thinking about what Jill's role is, how we met each other, and how Alliance has been very good at telling their story, either through the use of documentaries or having students be a part of events. I remember them when I started working there, they had just done like an Empty Bowls event. And let's see. So there have always been and there have been some people who have come from Alliance who've been able to do really big things and keep telling the story about what that school meant to them. So I think that it's been like an example of how you can develop counter narratives. Like it's not as simple anymore. So that's how I wanted to open up our talk about this.
It's not as simple anymore at all. I was just out with some friends this week, and we were like, when we were in school, we were just trying to figure out the LGBTQ. Now we have to figure out the I, the other letters that I don't know about, and I'm an LGBTQ man, so I don't even know about them because it's so new. It's so many of them. It's so much to go through now, and it's like soon it's just going to be everybody's in that letter. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be any separation. And is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
Yeah, right.
And it's something to think about because for so long we fought for our identities to be LGBTQ. Now that everything and everybody is included in that alphabet, where is the identity going to go then?
Yeah, Jill, do you think there's always going to be a need for Alliance?
Oh yeah, definitely. Alliance is known in the district as, we're very good at the socio-emotional connection with students, youth of Milwaukee. I do think there will always be a need, and the bigger question is,
will there be more?
Well, not necessarily more, but it's interesting because, like you were saying, taboo subjects and whatnot. There's still people that don't believe there should be a school like that or like that, in a sense.
They said that about Lady Pitts.
That's interesting. I always think about Lady Pitts, even though I didn't grow up here and really know about Lady Pitts. But it's kind of like, until it's gone, people, it's kind of like, pave paradise, put up a parking lot. Like you don't know what you have until it's gone.
Yeah.
And and the one by Joni Mitchell, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But Lady Pitts, so I think that's an important point you raised. Lady Pitts, there's a program like that exists, but it's not
the school
it's
for
not
it's
like
not a separation.
Yes, like this is the school that the pregnant girls go to, and it's
Pleasant View.
Pleasant View.
It was a school
Oh,
specifically
for
the special
disabled
needs
students,
kids.
right?
Oh.
Mhm. Yeah, it was
But then
Pleasant
they
View School.
disbanded it and made disabled kids or special needs kids forced
It
to go to
wasn't-
all schools.
And if I remember correctly, people were very sad about that
They were
school
sad
being,
about
yeah,
that.
because
Yeah.
it was
But
like their
because of whatever
space.
the ruling was that broke up Lady Pitts, it also applied to Pleasant View.
Mhm.
Wow.
Because, matter of fact, right there on Capitol and Fond du Lac is where the school used to be.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That's where Lady Pitts used to be
Yeah.
at. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mom used to work
So it's like
there.
you can't have a separate environment for these folks. They need to be
No, they
integrated.
want them integrated in everything.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
So yeah.
So now in school, like they have home and hospital, for pregnant women, to receive the support and needs.
Home and hospital.
Well, I
Right.
mean that's like
The
how
teacher
it's-
just goes to you.
yeah, or there's special supports and programs, especially for young parents that don't know anything about babies or being a parent, and which actually it's kind of a segue into the project that we did with
Y'all are segueing today.
what's that? Is that a segue button?
Yes,
Okay.
segue music.
I don't want to take over your show, but I
Oh,
just
no,
made a
you're
connection
fine.
that I thought
I
would
like
be really interesting because of like what constitutes an at-risk student under state statute. And Sean and I did a whole professional project on how to increase attendance, decrease dropout rates,
Increase
engagement.
engagement. Yeah.
Yes.
Grades. Mhm.
And underneath that, what do you want to say? Title is teenage parents,
Students with disabilities,
yeah.
student at risk, because they may have been formerly incarcerated or
a parent that
Mhm.
includes a
Mhm.
parent,
yeah,
homelessness.
yep.
They could have been in foster care as well. I believe
Right.
that's one of the things.
Yep. All of that.
Awesome.
All that.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's what I wanted to think about, because I think Alliance was a model for offering counter narratives to people about what, having a safe environment for students and like real authentic engagement was about. And I don't know if social media had anything to do with it. Maybe some aspects of that, because
Wait, in the creation of Alliance, there was not really social
no.
media. There was like MySpace. That's about it.
Yeah.
And Alliance came out.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking about how messaging was successful, and how even Tina, and how she got the message across, and how they were able to be successful. And maybe Alliance wasn't up against the same fight with social media as other schools are these days, Milwaukee public schools in particular. Just how
does a kid get into Alliance? Can they just select to go to the Alliance school if they're gay or LGBTQIP? What is it? I don't know. That.
It's a process where 9th through 12th grade, you apply. I mean, you fill out the paperwork.
it's free
and-
choice.
Free choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you can just decide to go there?
Yes.
Right.
Because I'm thinking, like, if I was a gay teenager, I'd be like, I'm going to go to that school.
Well, here's the thing. The
Ding
first.
dong bong.
well, it was considered that, right? It was.
Well, they
considered
still
the
call it the gay
Yeah.
school, which is,
Yeah.
it's like, it's a school. It's a great school.
It is.
Does it have its issues? Sure. Like any other school, to a certain degree. What was I going to say? So one of the things, it was founded on. So Tina, and Paul worked at Washington, and Tina ran the LGBT group. Anyhow, there were kids that were chastised for holding hands with the same sex or dating, or and there
Mhm.
was like outright rudeness by
Mm.
other staff, safeties. And so Tina had this project for her English class and invited Paul to participate, and they had a design what your perfect school would be like.
Mm.
And so that's kind of like the
How it got started.
background. Yeah.
Wow.
And so, I mean, there's kids that eat in the bathroom at lunch.
Still?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's kids that don't come to school because don't have the clothing they want to wear.
Hair's not done. or
Hair's
whatever,
not
right?
done.
Wow.
But yeah, a lot of kids, and it's just not like kids from the inner city of
I really
Milwaukee.
thank God that I did not have to grow up. And it's sad to say that I did not have to grow up like in these day and ages going to high school because I think it would be so awful.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because
It's
I just looked at a
complex.
picture of me like I had on jogging pants and like a family reunion T-shirt at school.
Mhm.
Like we didn't really care.
Well,
But I did
and
go
this
to
is a
Westmont.
welcome and opening environment. I mean, of course, there are kids who don't care, and they come, whatever they are who they
Mhm.
are, and that's
We
what-
get kids placed,
yeah,
you
right.
know, like think, oh, we'll just, put them in here at Alliance. But then they usually attrition themselves out and they're by their own poor behaviors.
Yeah,
Mm.
but it's a great model, and I'm glad it's been able to survive this long. And it needs to be something that people know about. That's like it's real work that's happening in the city for the movement. So
For that school.
that's what
Man,
that's what I wanted
wonderful.
to download about.
Well, my download is basically, summing up everything you guys spoke about. I watched the new season. I don't know, it's the new rebranding of Queer as Folk on Peacock,
Oh,
and it was so freaking good.
I
like,
heard it was good.
so freaking good.
okay. So it's like how many episodes?
I think it's 8
Okay.
episodes.
Did you ever finish Generation?
Yes, on HBO.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that was the last thing. We were talking
Yes,
about.
Generation was good, but Queer as Folk is nothing like the original the Queer as Folk from the U.S.
How is it different?
It's different because the main character is black. Well, he's mixed, but he's black. And I don't want to. Well, he falls in love with his transgender best friend,
Oh, okay.
and it's just so
Trans male to female.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's like they take pieces of the original Queer as Folk and put it in there, like the young and old. But the young guy, that guy finds out he has HIV, and it's so not like it was when the old Queer as Folk was out, because that was like the late 90s.
So it'd be
when-
like tragedy to be diagnosed, but now
back
it's like,
then, but now his mother was crying, and she was like, "I thought you were gonna tell me you had cancer or something," like crying because of that, like, because
it's
HIV
treatable
is
now,
so
yeah.
like treatable. It's better than having cancer now. Like
Mhm.
they know what to do with you. They know what to do. Then
Mhm.
they did it.
Mm.
So it was like that was beautiful to see. They kind of took on the shooting that happened in Texas.
Ahmaud Arbery.
No,
that was
at the gay
Georgia.
club. It was in
Oh.
Miami.
Yeah.
The shooting in Miami, in
Yes,
Florida.
yes.
An
Kinda take
Alliance
that-
student was there when that happened.
Are you
An
serious?
Alliance graduate.
Wasn't it Pulse nightclub?
Pulse.
Yeah,
There you
Pulse.
go. Pulse. And I should know that. I know it, but I blocked stuff out anyway.
Pulse.
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 Pulse. Moist. Women hate that word. Anyway, so they kind of picked up from there, but they did it in New Orleans. So the story happened with that. And it was just really good to see how like the community came together. And it was really good for me to watch it during Pride Month, I guess, because I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go to Pride Fest now. And then I went and was ready to go.
Well, it looked like Pride Fest was very well attended this year.
It was. I don't know how those tickets were $25.
Oh, it's expensive now.
We used
I've-
to get them free.
I thank God I've never had to pay for Pride Fest ever. From like 2000 to 2008, I was a host. And then from then on, my friends were like doing different things. So I've never had to pay.
So you had to pay this year finally?
No, I've
Oh.
never had to pay. If I
So
had
I don't know
to pay,
why you know how much
I don't think
the
gay
tickets
people
were
should have to
then.
pay to be gay.
Okay, it's a whole. Remember, you're going there for food and the shows.
Yeah,
and
but you
and
gotta
the
pay for
But
the
you have to pay
foods.
for the food.
Okay, but I mean,
separately.
like you're going for the shows and the dancers and the people that they get paid to be there.
My boyfriend was an entertainer this year and last year
Right.
and the year before that. I don't
So
want to
you were
have
part
to
of the
pay.
green room.
No, I just
Oh.
don't want to have to pay. I think straight people should have to pay to get into Pride Fest.
Oh, like so you'd be like, you're
Isn't that-
gay, so you got to pay 25. You're
Yes.
straight. Okay,
Like
so
and for like
is there-
Irish Fest, if you're Irish, you should get in free, and everybody else should have to pay.
how
Well,
would you
then-
know if somebody's gay or straight, Tyler?
I don't know. We can look at you. We have gaydar, right?
Oh,
Does that work?
It does not work.
The alphabet growing, you could be paying.
Anybody, you could be anything, and
you can just
be
say
in
you're
there.
you're one of the letters of the LGBTQIA. You're one of them letters. Okay, so
QIA, GBT.
Q. You could be B.
So
you could
nobody
be-
would ever have
right,
exactly.
Exactly. My goodness.
That
So
was
everything should be free.
everything should be.
I
free.
think that's the point you're trying to make. Okay.
yes.
All right.
Especially with gas for going down
Yeah.
there being $70 a gallon.
Oh, Lord. You better take the
70?
trolley down there.
Girl, you know that trolley don't go down to that lake. The trolley stop at the Milwaukee Market. It go around the Milwaukee Market and back to the train station. That's it.
Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. You ready for some menu questions?
I am. Are you ready for some menu questions? Because I got some good ones.
Okay. You want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay.
while I
The
look
mild
mine
one. I got a
up.
very mild one. So while you're looking up yours, Jill can think about this and answer. I don't know why. You know, we love food here at Download and Delete. So I want to know,
Yes.
what is your favorite bar time food?
Mm.
Like when you get done drinking for the night,
Oh,
you go
my.
home and you need a little snack.
You mean in public or at home?
I don't know, either one.
Oh. Give us both.
Oh man. So when I first moved to Milwaukee, I lived on Murray off North Avenue, and my boyfriend at the time, we would go to the Uptowner and then we'd ride our bikes back over to Murray Street to my apartment, and the hot dog or the Polish guy was always there outside the
Oh.
bank.
It was a
Back in
cart.
the day, and I had never had a Polish or a bratwurst, and everybody's like, "Yeah, you got to get a brat." And I'm like, "What's a brat? What's a brat?" You know, I'm from Nebraska. Like, ask what a runs is. I
Wow.
can tell you, I don't know what a
Mm.
brat is. So anyway, that's the first time I had a brat after bar time. After bar time at home, maybe just a little spoonful of peanut butter.
Okay.
That's good.
All right, you got yours. What's your favorite bar time food?
Bar time food. I like to eat fries when I'm in the bar,
Okay.
or like cheese fries or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then at home, I like to dog out some hot wings.
Hot wings.
What's
Yes.
dog out? It
Like just
Go
Oh.
in.
Just-
No.
take the bone, even though I don't eat it like that, but just like eat how I want to eat, lick my fingers. I don't want to do that in the bar because I think that's disgusting.
Okay, so yeah, you definitely have to eat specific things in the bar. I think
Yeah.
when I can get it, my favorite thing to eat in the bar is cheese curds. When I can get it,
You
because
have
they're
a
just like
squeaky sound
greasy
on
and
them?
like cheese
delicious.
curds?
Oh my god, fried cheese curds are so good. But if I get home and I need to just go to sleep and kind of like food to absorb the juices in my
Mhm.
stomach,
the
then
liquor.
yes, then I like cheese and crackers
Me too.
or ramen.
I've never
Salty
tried
meats.
ramen.
Ramen, yeah, just get a
I
pack
usually
of
like
ramen.
fries. I mean, I like mashed potatoes and like rice
Oh,
and chicken.
ramen's so
After
easy.
bar time?
Yes, I like to make. I'm fat. I like to make me something to eat on that day, and then put some up if I know I'm going out, and then eat that when I
When
come
you
home.
get-
So I won't have to
get
go
home.
through. I don't like to wait in line. So if the
Me
line is too
either.
long, I'll be like, I just go get me a pizza and go home. I just put a pizza. I should have said pizza
Yeah, everybody likes
because I
pizza.
love a good Jack's, but
Yeah.
now it's
Go to Ian to get in that
Bellatora.
line. Yeah.
So do you remember Shauna's birthday at Causa's Mini Bowl when we stood
Yes.
outside in that, was it cold or rain? It was both.
rain.
And
Probably.
we waited and waited and waited for that taco truck just so now it's making sense. So you could
Yes.
get food to
That
put
was
up for
rain.
later.
Yes, I told you I have to get something to put up for later.
And I remember we're standing there. Yeah.
That was for a
Did you ever get
burrito.
your food? I
I
can't
did.
remember.
I got a chicken burrito and it was delicious. I raved about that burrito for I don't know how long. It was delicious.
Yeah, I think I read about it on Facebook.
Probably did because it was so good.
Oh my
Like
God.
I went to Lulu's Cafe last night and I had the smokehouse burger.
Oh,
Delicious.
Lulu's so good.
Oh my
So good.
goodness, so good. They changed it in there though since I've
Everything's
been there.
changing. In Milwaukee.
Everything's
There's so many
changed.
new places, and everybody's
Yeah.
doing renovations. Yeah, that's a good thing.
So,
Okay, what's your mild question?
my menu question, my first one is, do you have pet name? Do you go by pet names,
Oh,
Bae
boy.
Boo, or do you call your person by their name?
Oh, you know I'm too conservative for that. I call you by your name.
You like their name?
Wait, are you talking about like your hubba hubba? Or
Yeah,
something?
whoever your partner, whatever you're doing
person,
something
like,
with.
do you like pet names?
Do you call them Bae Boo, Honey, Sugar?
Toots.
That's what you call your husband too?
No, my husband calls me Toots, or used to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He'd go, "Hey, Toots."
That's cute. That's
It
so
is.
old fashioned.
Well, it's so my husband, if you met him, but
cute.
I just go, "Hun, hey, hun."
What about you, Tyler?
Yes, But
Are you like-
sometimes I stopped and I'm like, I have to call you by your name because I don't want you to think like when we in public. I watched something, I don't know what it was. I watched something, but it was like you need to start calling your partner by their name because like if something happens and like you need them in public, you only be like, bae. You know what I'm saying? Like you want them to recognize your voice calling for help so they know it's your voice. I don't know.
Yeah, I
But I
mean,
do sometimes.
it's a little endearing sometimes.
It
Like,
is.
It's got to be used correctly, the right tone, the right energy
Yeah.
with it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in my phone, I have my husband by his name, Bill,
His
right?
government.
Yeah, and well, government name, but his government name would be William.
Yeah.
But anyhow, the kids are like, you just call your husband Bill? Like, why don't you have Boo Thing and like, or
Yeah.
Bay? Or I'm like, that I'm too serious. What? You know, like it's a concept
Hubby.
I don't
People
quite
say
get
hubby.
still.
Yeah.
People don't do it anymore.
Well,
Shauna, what is your medium question, darling?
okay, so this is
The what question?
Medium.
since we love to talk about the culture and television culture and all that. I wanted to think about this idea of family
Oh, medium.
and the idea of chosen family as a part of like queer identity.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, now it's not unusual for us to have like queer families represented on TV anymore, right? You have Pose right now is like one extreme, not
Pose is
extreme
not on
example.
anymore, but
But you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that was like groundbreaking and people loved it. And
it was.
and you know some of the characters. Do you know any of the characters' names in Pose?
Pose.
I've never heard of it.
Legendary is good.
I just
really
saw
good.
that. Yep, season 3. So you got Blanca
Yeah.
and Electra and
Yeah.
Candy. Okay, so you know.
Mhm.
All right. So they got all that. That's not unusual. People are learning about like houses from Pose. So popular culture is really
Mhm.
starting to understand
Yeah.
how family worked in certain communities that
Yeah.
were marginalized, and like how, you know, it's just like a thing now, and
Yeah.
it's groundbreaking. It's important. So and then
It's
like
so groundbreaking for straight people, but it's
Of
so
course.
like passe
Of
for me.
course.
It's like
And-
I've been had my kids like
that's right, and I'm
and
exactly, and I'm getting to
You have
that point too.
yes, I have 9 kids. Well, I have 8 kids and one's in heaven. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So now so this is new to people, and they're starting to learn about that. And then I was thinking about for Pride Month how corporations start to do things that are just, you know, like patronizing to the culture. Like last year,
Tell me about it.
Sesame Street debuted a same-sex couple for the first time during Pride Month. So they have this
Mhm.
character Dave and his husband Frank, and they
I
have this
thought Ernie and
daughter.
Bert.
And then, of course, Bert and Ernie, everyone's like that debate about whether or not they're like a
Been
couple.
a couple for years.
And then, and then now people are saying Big Bird and Snuffleupagus.
Now that's pushing it.
No, I don't know about that.
Snuffy is definitely a
And I
hallucination.
think Zoe is a lesbian, but whatever. We're not even going to talk about that. But okay, so
You
let
can
me
tell
get to
by
my
the way she looks. No, I'm kidding.
Right?
She has to pay $25 to get your bird. No, she's free. No, she's free.
No, she's
Zoe's
free because she
free.
has the blue crazy hair.
She's free.
Okay, so we talked about gay characters, whatever. So
Mhm.
I wanted to see if you can name characters in these shows where there might be a character that's gay. I mean, we can. Back in the day, they didn't really like make it explicit, did they? Like we had to
No.
kind of like just
Not
read
until
between the
Ellen.
lines, right? Not until
Mhm.
Ellen, but there were shows that had like some questionable
The
characters.
facts
Even
of
though-
life.
Yeah, so I hadn't think about that one.
Facts of
Yeah,
life.
Joe.
Really?
Her name was Joe. She
Joe.
changed motor oil.
And Tootie probably.
Yeah.
Joe had a crush on Tootie.
Tootie was the
Or
kid.
Family,
of the
that
show.
TV show Family. It had Christy McNichol, you know, like
No, I didn't know
oh
that.
man.
It got
See-
changed to Hudson Hawk, right? Or
what? No, you're thinking of
oh, okay.
Valerie that then got changed to Valerie's Family.
Okay.
Hogan's Family.
Hogan's Family.
Oh no,
yeah.
I'm talking
wow.
Family, the one where Christy McNichol. like,
Okay,
yeah.
so there are all these questionable characters. So I have some other characters, and I
go.
wonder if you can name either one of you can name the characters in these shows. So can you name the characters in Gilligan's Island?
That are gay.
No, just
Oh,
like
I
in
can name them
general.
all.
You can,
Skipper.
of course.
Ginger,
Yeah.
Marianne.
hmm What was the millionaire's name?
The
Bill.
no, that's his real name,
What's
Bill
his
Backus.
What's his name on the show?
Oh my gosh.
What's his wife's name?
Thurston
Yes!
Howell the
Yeah,
third.
yeah.
I knew you're gonna know that,
Well,
Jill.
you said you.
What was
I
his wife's name?
This is
What did he call
Lovey,
his wife?
Lovey.
Yes, that's
You
so
better know it.
hilarious. Okay, what about the professor? Do you know his real name? This is for the bonus.
Wait,
Jill.
you
know
mean the
this
real
one?
name? Like
No, his name on the show. They called him the professor, but he had a real name on the show. He had a name.
Da da da.
I don't
but-
know none
You're
of
not gonna
this.
get this one.
No. Philip.
It was Roy.
Roy. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Okay, Philip
wow.
Roy. Same thing.
Okay.
Philip
All
is
right.
short for Roy.
All right, Jill gets the points for that one. Okay, who are the characters in Living Single?
Regine, Khadijah, Sinclair, and Max.
Wow.
Okay, what were the men?
Overton and Kyle.
Yeah. Do you know-
Kyle
You got
Barker.
it.
I can name the cast of Good Times. Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so
Is he gay?
yeah, I think he is
Yeah,
too.
in real
And
life.
and the professor in Gilligan's Island was gay in real
I
life.
know recently he was in something like recently where he legitimately had a gay lover.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I
That
don't
sounds
know.
okay. What about
He
the
was hot
characters
back
in
then, at
Perfect
least.
Strangers? Are we is
What the
that
heck?
aging?
What is that?
Balky?
Yeah.
Balky is the only. What was the other guy's name?
What was his roommate? His cousin, his roommate.
They were irritating. I don't know.
Larry. Balky and Larry. Okay, what about Three's Company?
Oh.
Jack,
Chrissy.
Chrissy.
No, not Jack
I
and
know
Diane. That's a
Yeah,
song.
Jack
was
and
her
Chrissy.
name?
Who else? What was the brunette?
Oh, what was her name?
The brunette.
Oh,
Karen?
no. Chrissy.
Chrissy.
Joyce.
But that's her
No.
real
Oh,
name.
Joyce,
What's
yeah.
her name on the? Her name was Janet.
Janet.
And then when
Yeah.
Chrissy
Wow.
moved out, who moved in?
Suzette Summers. Susan Summers.
No, what was her name on? Yeah, Chrissy moved out, and who moved in? when
Valerie
Chrissy-
Bertinelli.
Terry. Her name was Terry.
Terry.
Child.
Okay, and you don't remember the Jack's best friend,
Mike.
Larry.
Larry.
And then what was the landlord's name?
The Ropers. Jack Roper.
It was the Ropers, but then after that, Don Knotts came in. What was his?
Oh.
Are we aging
Mr.
ourselves?
Mr.
Mr. Furley.
Mr.
Mr.
Furley.
Furley.
Yeah.
Okay, last one, and this is because they have this reunion special on BET right now.
Okay.
Who is in Martin? The characters in Martin.
Pam,
Yeah.
Tommy. This is-
Martin.
right.
Okay, you got, can
Shanae.
you name some non-Martin extra characters that weren't Martin in drag?
Oh.
Oh.
Yo-Yo.
Brother man.
Yo-Yo was in
Yo-Yo,
there. She was
Kilolo,
Shanae's
that's
friend.
Kilolo.
Kid and Play was on
Yeah,
there.
Hustle Man, Tracy Morgan.
Hustle
yeah,
Man. Yeah, it was a lot.
lots of 'em. Okay.
No, speaking of television, you didn't mention the Jeffersons, the interracial marriage,
Oh,
all
yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
I just
I was
you
trying
know.
to focus on the queer characters.
Well, the one guy was, and
And I like that you brought up some ones that I didn't get. Jill.
Okay,
That's
good. All right. Well,
Okay.
I like to.
Well,
challenge
here
you.
is mine.
Okay, this is your medium question.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you? No, I'm gonna say that for that. You hear people say ain't shit to do in Milwaukee. Name something to do in Milwaukee.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yes.
well, we talked about earlier. You can go on a whole cruise in
Well,
Lake
can
Michigan.
You date? Can you dock in Milwaukee?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
docked. That's why we couldn't go to the happy hour because
They
they
were
were
docking?
they were all in that spot.
Do you know what
because-
docking means?
Oh, it depends on what company.
What
Lord.
company you keeping?
Okay, what else can you do in Milwaukee? You can go to the art museum.
Wow, something fun.
Okay.
You could go to Kaz's Mini Bowl.
I thought
Yeah,
they were
good one.
closed.
Are they closed?
No, they're not. No. Don't.
When's the last time you've been
Ju-
to jail?
Believe me, Justin and I talk. He runs
Oh.
it, so it's
Okay.
open.
You can learn how to sail a boat,
Yeah.
a real sailboat.
Is that
Ooh.
You
fun,
can take
though?
lessons on how to sail a boat.
I was like, is that fun?
Yes,
I don't
it's
know.
You
incredible.
can't pee on a sailboat.
Yeah, you can go fishing in the rivers.
I like to do stuff on water, but it has to be a bigger boat because I have to pee a lot.
You can rent a boat and have a picnic on there.
Yeah, a pontoon.
Yes.
A pontoon. Does it have a bathroom on a pontoon?
No,
boat?
well, it has a little 5-gallon bucket. No.
No.
What do you want? A
That's
yacht? You want
backyard,
something like
The Viking Cruise Line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Shauna, what's
you're
your last
paying for
question?
that, so
I'm gonna need it.
It is like $9,000 or something.
It
like
is.
that.
No,
Okay.
that's the cheapest one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So my hot quiz this is my last one too. I didn't
Okay, I
couldn't
got
think
a
of an
last
extra
one.
extra spicy. So at what age is it appropriate to begin to talk about gender identity?
I think around the preteens, like around 10, 12,
Okay.
because that's when kids really feel like they're independent, like they can cook for themselves. I don't need a babysitter anymore.
Wait, they got to be able to cook to talk about gender
Well,
identity.
at least if you can't cook no damn macaroni, we ain't even talk about you
what
being
if
no
your
woman
kid
man.
never knows how to cook?
You very, very good stereotype
You
there.
can never talk to
Was
them
that a
about gender.
Well, no,
stereotype?
just like you got to figure out like who's gonna do the cooking, the mac and cheese.
Well,
you
no,
know?
I mean, if you need to at least know how to boil some water on a pot before you can speak about your genitalia, don't you think?
Oh no.
Like, where's your food at first? I'm sorry.
Oh,
That's
What do you
not-
think? What do you think?
I think about 10. I will say about 9, 10. What do you say, Shauna?
So, do you know that there are trans kids that are like 5 years
Yes, I
old?
know.
3.
I watch
read
I
a
Am
story about
Jazz every
3.
season,
Yes.
yes.
He sees it on TV.
I do.
You see it on social media. No,
I do.
So,
And
are
even
you-
like when I started coming to Pride, it was like this like boy. It's like this boy. It was like this like like 5-year-old transgender kid who was
Yeah.
up on the stage, and I was so happy. Like, yeah, oh, his mom is so sweet, and his mom is so nice. And then he grew up to be a boy and out of the transgender, phase. So I think it's
Oh,
cool. Let them
plot
enjoy.
twist? Okay.
Let them enjoy whatever they're enjoying. Let kids just be kids and
Kids.
enjoy being kids. Whatever the kid wants to do, let the kid. I wanted my name to be Bill.
Oh.
I wanted my name to be John. I wanted to carry a briefcase to 8th grade. Okay.
Why did you pick Bill or Kevin or John?
I don't know, because Tyler was so different for me. I got picked on because my name was Tyler.
Really?
I grew up in Mississippi, so I was
And
Tyler.
Bill would not be like, hey, Bill.
I don't know. John was really the name I always wanted. I used to be
That's
mad,
my
like,
son's name.
I want to be, my name want to be John, mama. And I always remember like riding past these like apartment buildings and saying I wanted my name to be John, and just like upset looking out the window. And I'm just like, that is so stupid. I'll be so mad if my name was John now. But anyway,
Okay.
my hot question.
Okay.
Shauna,
Yes, go ahead. Hot question. I got it.
my hot question is, who in life would you like who in life, living or deceased, would you like a cosign from?
Cosign. Like, what do you
Cosign,
mean?
like buy you something?
No, like
Like they vouch for you, like they say
they
were
vouch
great.
for you,
Oh,
like
okay.
Michelle Obama gave you, like
Oh.
if Oprah gave you a cosign, like yeah, or if like Thurgood Marshall said Jill is the best teacher. Who in life
He
would you
did
like a
say
cosign? In your dreams, Shauna, who in life would you like a cosign from? Living or deceased?
I would
Is
like
that
a
a good
cosign.
question?
It's a good
from-
question.
Thank you.
I would like a cosign from Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace.
Really?
Hey,
I want him to say that I am a high. I want him to say that I am a high quality woman. Thank you. If he says I am a high quality woman, then I am a high quality woman.
Wait, do I get to answer it?
Yes, of course you get to answer.
That's actually a good one.
You told Hoppo to beat me. What? Kevin
I
Samuels.
said what I
son?
said.
Okay, Jill, who in life would you, living or deceased, would you like a cosign from?
I'm just
God,
playing,
my
y'all.
God. Well, the context has got to be right because, I gotta. I mean, Oprah, of course,
Oprah. Okay.
just because she's nearby, and I know, where her sister's house is here in Milwaukee.
Okay.
But,
Have you been to her barbecue restaurant?
no, I haven't.
Mm.
But I hear it's fantastic.
Do you?
God, there's too many. Maybe
Mhm.
David Letterman. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
That's so random.
Interesting.
I know it is.
Good. I love
I
that.
wanted to make it random. Okay.
He-
Hello Kitty. I
got
want
a great-
approval from
Ah,
Hello Kitty.
Hello, Kitty.
He's got a great show though, so
I would think mine would be like Diddy.
Who?
Oh.
Diddy.
P. Diddy?
Daddy. Yeah.
P
Yeah.
Diddy.
Yeah.
Puff.
I just want him like to post me on his Instagram. We're like, everybody, Tyler is dope. This is I don't know why. I just think like I'm solidified.
I
then.
think
Love it.
you'd want from
Or
that-
Jay-Z. Or Beyonce.
There we go.
Not even
Okay.
because I'm a Beyonce fan, but I would just be like, okay, if Beyonce said I'm cool, then everybody else would think I'm cool. Because if Beyonce say wear purple today, everybody gonna wear purple. Beyonce said wear purple. You didn't wear purple. You know, that's where I would want mine from.
Oh wow, I love that.
So, like every show, we get into leaving something here. It could be knowledge, it could be emotion. What are you leaving here today? What's your delete, Shauna?
What am I deleting? Wow. Okay, let's see. Maybe.
What are you getting rid of?
Maybe I want to get rid of like the labels.
I agree.
Maybe that's what we got to get rid of,
Correct
right?
answer.
Thank you. That's what I'm deleting. I'm deleting the labels.
Jill, what are you deleting?
Oh, I'm going to try to delete negative energy.
I love that.
Yes, that's
Love
a good
it.
one. That's
I
a
need
good
to
one.
work
Love
on
it.
that.
Oh, love it. I'm going to piggyback off of that. I'm deleting negative energy and negative vibes. And I'm really deleting on if I go into a space and the energy is bad, sometimes I tend to fall back. I'm trying to delete that whole aspect of it because I don't like to match energy. I like to keep my own. I like shit to be different colors.
I like
You're
that.
definitely that.
Yeah, thank you.
I like that.
Seriously.
I like that.
Thank you. I try.
Well,
Thank you guys. Is this 40?
yeah. This is 39, episode 39.
Okay, 39.
Yeah, we're gonna be back and we're gonna be bringing
Thanks,
some
Jill. The
good stuff.
best teacher in Milwaukee,
Yes.
2022.
I did win the Black Educator of the Year award in 2012. Or 2012.
Ooh.
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Hey,
She's not black,
She should
guys.
win it again, y'all.
Thank
Obviously,
you
if they're
all for
watching.
coming, listening, coming back to us, listening,
Yes.
download, and delete episode 39. Thank you all. We'll be back next week because we're back.
Yes, indeed.
So much. And Jill wants to come back. She'll be back with us.
I
So
love
thank
this.
you. Bye.
Bye.